Hey everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm just a regular 17-year-old. Except for the fact that I've been dealing with a long-term illness that's really tough. It's been just me and my dad, Mark. Ever since my mom passed away when I was young, we've always been super close, and he's been my biggest support, especially with all the doctor visits and medication I need. Life was pretty calm until Veronica showed up. Dad met her at work, and she was super charming. At first, I was happy for Dad. He deserved some happiness, right? And Veronica seemed cool. She'd bring me little gifts and say things like, "Sarah, honey, how about a girls' night? We could do face masks and watch that rom-com you love." I thought it sounded great. "That sounds awesome. Maybe we could order pizza too," I said. "Of course, anything for my new daughter," she said with a wink, but something about that wink didn't feel right. Things moved quickly. Before I knew it, Dad was proposing to Veronica, and she was showing off a ring that could probably be seen from space. "Sarah, what do you think about having Veronica as your stepmom?" Dad asked, looking so hopeful. I forced a smile and said, "If she makes you happy, Dad, then I'm happy." The wedding was small, just close friends and family. Afterward, Veronica moved in, and I tried to get along with her. We'd have family dinners where she'd ask about school, but it always felt a bit strange. "So Sarah, how's that science project going?" she'd ask. "It's good, still working on the hypothesis," I'd reply. "Well, don't stress too much. It's not like you're curing cancer," she'd say with a laugh that didn't seem genuine. Then one night, I woke up with terrible pain. It was unbearable. "Dad, help," I managed to yell. Dad rushed into my room, looking panicked. "Sarah, what's wrong? Tell me," he said. "It hurts, Dad. It really hurts," I whimpered. Veronica was at the door and said, "Mark, maybe we should wait it out. Teenagers can be so dramatic." But Dad wasn't listening to her. He picked me up and rushed me to the car. As we drove to the hospital, I saw Veronica's reflection in the rearview mirror, and she looked annoyed, like I was bothering her. In the ER, while the doctors were running tests, I overheard Dad and Veronica talking outside my room. "Mark, these hospital bills are going to be huge. Are you sure this isn't just what?" "Veronica, our daughter is in pain. Nothing else matters right now," Dad replied. He said "our daughter," which should have made me feel good, but the way Veronica responded, "Sure, of course," gave me chills. As I lay there hooked up to machines, I couldn't shake the feeling that things were about to get a lot more complicated, and I was right. After that night, things only got worse. I was missing more school, and the treatments became even more intense. I overheard Dad and Veronica arguing in the kitchen. "Mark, these bills are insane. We can't keep doing this," Veronica said. "What do you want me to do, Veronica? She's my daughter," Dad shot back. "I'm just saying, maybe she's exaggerating a bit, for attention." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My own stepmom thought I was faking it. I wanted to barge in and defend myself, but before I could, a sharp wave of pain hit me, and I collapsed to the floor. "Dad, help," I cried out. They both ran in, but the look on Veronica's face said it all. She seemed more annoyed than concerned. "Oh, Sarah, again? Don't you think you're being a bit dramatic?" she said in this sickly sweet tone that made my skin crawl. Dad looked torn. "Honey, are you sure you're not just stressed about school?" he asked. I couldn't believe it. "Are you kidding me? I can barely stand," I snapped. Just then, my best friend Alex showed up. Perfect timing. "Holy crap, Sarah, what's going on?" Alex rushed over to me. Veronica waved her off. "She's fine, just a little overdramatic," she said, rolling her eyes. But Alex wasn't buying it. "She looks terrible. We need to call an ambulance now." "Let's not overreact," Veronica started, but Alex was already on the phone. At the hospital, the doctors confirmed what I had been saying all along. My condition was serious, and I needed regular treatment. Dad looked guilty, but Veronica? She was putting on a show, acting like the perfect stepmom. "Oh, doctor, we've been so worried. Is there anything we can do to help our dear Sarah?" she said, her voice dripping with fake concern. The doctor didn't seem convinced. "Well, for starters, bringing her in when she's in pain would help," he said. I saw a flash of anger on Veronica's face, before she quickly forced another smile. Later that night, when they thought I was asleep, I overheard them talking in the hallway. "Mark, this is getting out of hand. These treatments, the hospital stays, we're going to go bankrupt," Veronica said. But the doctor said. "Doctors say a lot of things, Mark. They're just trying to make money off us. Sarah's young, she'll bounce back. What she really needs is some tough love." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Tough love? I was seriously ill, not acting out. I don't know, Veronica, what if? Trust me, Mark, I've dealt with kids before. Sometimes they need a push to get through things. If we stop the treatments, she'll have to face life head on. She'll thank us later. There was a long pause, and my heart pounded so hard I thought they might hear it. Maybe you're right, we'll try it your way. It felt like a punch to the gut. My own dad, the one person I thought I could always rely on, was siding with Veronica. As they wheeled me out of the hospital the next day, I caught Veronica's eye. She gave me a smile that sent chills down my spine, like she was saying, I won, but you know what? Game on, Veronica. If she thought I was going down without a fight, she was wrong. I might be sick, but I wasn't stupid. There was no way I was going to let her win this twisted game. After Dad and Veronica stopped my treatments, things got really bad, really fast. I tried to tough it out, but it was rough. One morning, I could barely get out of bed. Sarah, get up, you'll be late for school. Veronica's shrill voice cut through the door. I don't feel good. I think I need to stay home, I said, weakly. She barged in, her eyes narrowed. Oh please, this act is getting old. Get dressed. I tried to explain, but she wasn't listening. As I stumbled down the stairs, Dad looked worried. Honey, are you okay? Maybe you should stay home. Veronica jumped in before I could respond. Mark, remember what we talked about, no more coddling. Dad's face hardened. Right, Sarah, toughen up, you can't miss any more school. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I was living in a nightmare. At school, I pulled Alex aside. Dude, I need help. They've stopped my meds, my treatments, everything. Alex's eyes widened. What the hell? That's messed up. We've got to do something. I'm scared. Alex, what if they put me in foster care? Just then, Mrs. Rodriguez, my favorite teacher, overheard us. Sarah, Alex, is everything okay? Before I knew it, I was spilling everything in her classroom. Her face grew more horrified with every word. This is serious, Sarah, we need to get you help. But what can we do? It's my dad's word against mine, I said, feeling hopeless. Alex snapped her fingers. Evidence. We need proof. Mrs. Rodriguez nodded. Good thinking, Alex. Sarah, can you secretly record what's happening at home? A glimmer of hope sparked inside me. Yeah, I think I can. For the next few weeks, I became a secret agent in my own house. I recorded Veronica's cruel comments, Dad ignoring my pain. It was hard listening to it all again, but I knew it was necessary. One day, I overheard Veronica on the phone while I was pretending to nap on the couch. Yes, I've transferred another $5,000. No, don't worry, Mark has no idea. He thinks it's all going to Sarah's treatments. My eyes shot open. She was stealing from us. I quickly hit record on my phone, praying she wouldn't notice. Of course, I'll be careful. These idiots suspect nothing. I'll have the account drained in no time. I felt sick, and not just because of my illness. How could Dad not see through her? The next day at school, I told Alex and Mrs. Rodriguez everything. She's stealing money too. This is insane. Alex was furious. Mrs. Rodriguez looked serious. I've contacted your previous doctors. They're appalled by the situation and are willing to provide statements. I nodded, feeling a mix of relief and fear. Thanks, Mrs. R. I just hope it's enough. As we were planning our next move, a wave of dizziness hit me. The room started spinning. Sarah, you okay? Alex's voice sounded distant. I tried to respond, but my legs gave out. The last thing I heard was Mrs. Rodriguez yelling for someone to call 911. I woke up in the ER again. Dad was there, looking scared and confused. Veronica, as usual, was trying to charm the doctor. Oh, you know how teenagers are always so dramatic. I'm sure it's just stress from school, she said. The doctor wasn't having any of it. Mrs. Thompson, your stepdaughter's condition is extremely serious. Without proper treatment, she could. Now, let's not exaggerate. Mark and I know what's best for our Sarah. Veronica interrupted. I saw something change in Dad's face. It was like he was finally seeing Veronica for who she really was. But before he could say anything, I felt myself slipping away again. As I drifted in and out of consciousness, I heard Alex's voice. Don't worry, Sarah, we've got the evidence. We'll fix this. Just hang on. I wanted to tell them everything, the stolen money, the lies, but the darkness pulled me under. My last thought was, Please let this plan work. I can't take much more of this. When I woke up again, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. Dad was by my side, looking like he had aged 10 years overnight. There was no sign of Veronica. Guess she finally flew off on her broomstick. Sarah, baby, I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you, Dad said, his voice thick with regret. Before I could respond, the doctor stormed in, furious. Mr. Thompson, your daughter's condition is critical. The lack of treatment is borderline criminal neglect. I'm obligated to report this to the authorities. Dad looked like he was about to faint. I didn't know, my wife said. That's when Alex and Mrs. Rodriguez burst in like they were leading a rescue mission. We've got proof, Alex shouted, waving her phone. Mrs. Rodriguez, always the calm one, stepped forward. Mr. Thompson, Sarah's been documenting everything, the neglect, the verbal abuse, and the financial fraud. Dad's eyes nearly popped out of his head. Financial fraud? What are you talking about? Alex played the recordings on her phone. Veronica's voice filled the room, bragging about stealing money from the family accounts. Dad's face went from shocked to devastated. I can't believe this. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I've been such a fool. Just then, a nurse rushed in. There's been an accident. A woman named Veronica Thompson. My heart skipped a beat as Dad jumped up. What happened? She was in a high-speed collision, apparently trying to leave town with a large sum of cash. She's alive, but she's paralyzed from the neck down. The room went dead silent. I couldn't help but think, karma's a real thing, isn't it? Dad looked pale, like he might be sick. I need to go see her. Dad, after everything she did? I asked. He shook his head. No, I need to tell her it's over and that she's going to pay for what she did to you. As he left, Alex squeezed my hand. We did it. Sarah, you're safe now. The next few weeks were a whirlwind. My treatment started again, and slowly, I began to feel like myself. Dad filed for divorce faster than you could say gold digger, and the police were all over Veronica. A year later, I was packing for college, something I never thought I'd live to see. Dad knocked on my door. Need any help, kiddo? Nah, I got it, thanks, though, I said. Things were still a bit awkward between us, but we were working on it, and for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful about the future. Sarah, I know I've said it a million times, but I'm sorry. I should have believed you, Dad said, his voice heavy with regret. I sighed. Dad, I get it. She played you, she played all of us, but in the end, you came through, and that's what matters. He nodded, tears welling up in his eyes. You're stronger than I ever knew. As I zipped up my last suitcase, Alex popped her head into the room. Ready to roll, college girl? I grinned. You bet. Let's blow this popsicle stand. As we loaded up the car, I couldn't help but feel grateful. Strange, right? But this whole mess showed me who my real friends were and just how strong I could be. You okay? Alex asked, noticing my quiet moment. Yeah, just thinking. A year ago, I didn't think I had a future. Now, sky's the limit, I said with a smile. Dad gave me one last hug before we took off. You show them what you're made of, kiddo. As the story wraps up, I've got a question for you. If you were in my shoes, would you forgive your dad for choosing someone like Veronica over you? Or is that kind of betrayal too deep to get past? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to know what you do. If you enjoyed this wild ride, hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.